I want to start this podcast by telling you more about the concussion community because I just opened the doors to the community and I only do this a few times a year. And this week they are open until this coming Sunday midnight. And for everyone who is new here or just want to hear about what's included or what it is, let me explain a little bit about what it is, what you will get when you join. Yeah, I created a community because I missed support, I missed the correct information, the correct knowledge from doctors, and I just felt very lonely in my recovery. And all these things, I really wanted to combine them and make a place for everyone who is suffering with concussion symptoms. Because sometimes you go to a doctor, you don't or you can't explain what it feels to have a concussion. They don't know what to do. They're sending you maybe home to rest. All those things they happened to me, and I felt just very lonely, like I was my own doctor. I got some comments from people telling me, "Oh, you're just getting older. Don't make it a big deal, or don't make this the main thing in your life. Don't focus on it all the time." Or if you have some anxiety, people telling me, "Oh, just do some yoga or meditation, and it will be gone." Things like this that were not helping me at all. And I just want a place, a safe place for everyone who is dealing with those symptoms and to feel, yeah, people understand them and doctors and therapists and coaches and everyone who is involved in the community who know what to do to move forward. So it's like a therapy, it's like a community. There are 84 experts involved who are talking about different kind of topics. There are so many topics, so many classes, courses, for example, about reducing headaches and fatigue, about getting more energy, some emotional support, coaching classes, dealing with setbacks, preventing setbacks, changing your mindset, improving your sleep, getting back to exercise, learn about alternative therapies, reducing stress, reducing anxiety, control your hormones, returning back to work. So everything you can think of is in this community. So all the experts, they provided classes, courses. So there are 160 classes and 12 mini courses in the community. And there is, of course, the community itself. So at this moment, around 200 people are inside this community. And yeah, they are posting about their recovery. They are asking questions in the community. I share content in the communities. For example, every Monday, I share a focus post in the community. And then we all, or all people who want to share their focus points, they respond on the comment section. And every Friday there is the celebrate on Friday post, so we can celebrate our wins. And there is a class of the week channel, so every week I will highlight a class, so you don't have to go to all the classes yourself. There's a list of specialists per region. There are many tools and resources which you can download. For example, some brain games, nutrition facts, neck stretches, symptom tracker, and way more. There's a section in the community where I highlighted the most important questions, and then you can find all the answers from the members. So this is all about different topics. For example, I sometimes ask questions in the community. Mostly once a week, I share a question, and all members, they give their reaction, or they it can be a poll or it can be an open question. For example, about if people are struggling with finances, about what's helping them in their recovery, on what treatments they are focusing right now, what changed for them. So it's about every kind of topic you can think of, and I share questions in the community, and I just love to read about people's answers. So there is new content every week in the community, and those are basically the main things that are in the community. But there is way more. But I'm not going to mention all the things right now, because if you want to look at it, you can click on the link in the description and you will go to the page where you can find all the things that are inside. You can read about more reviews from people, or you can join, of course, which I would love because, yeah, I just can't wait to see you in the community. And I can't wait, yeah, just to help you in your recovery and to make you feel less alone and moving forward again. So this is basically what a community is. So it's a platform, everything is in one place. So no Facebook group, nothing, everything is on the same platform. And that's something that I really like because when I was struggling the most in my recovery and when there were some supportive groups on Facebook, I I felt overwhelmed. I was distracted by all the other notifications. I felt like some groups were even a bit negative. They were not helping me that much. And the feedback that I get from this group is that people really feel like it's a positive group. Everyone is very supportive. It's a safe place and it's really helping them. So I would just really hope that it will help you to create the best mindset and to move forward again. So that's basically it. So you get access to all those things. And yeah, then you can choose between a monthly option or a quarterly option. And for the monthly one, you pay $39 each month. And for the 3 month option, you pay 87. That's the one time fee, but it will be renewed every 3 months. And yeah, I think that's basically it. And of course, I give a 7-day money back guarantee. So it's just free of any risks. If you don't like the membership, you can reach out within the first 7 days and I'll give you a full refund. I won't ask you any questions. You will just get your money back. So, yeah, I think that's basically the most important questions. If you still have any questions, let me know. And again, the doors are only open this week. I'm not sure when I will reopen them again, but it's only a few times a year. So if you are thinking about joining, this is your chance. And I really, really hope I will see you this week in the community. And again, if you have questions, please reach out to me. You can reach out to me on Instagram or send me an email. And I would love to answer all your questions. So let's continue with this podcast. And I hope it's helpful for you. And I wish you a good day. So recently I spent 3 days, well, 3 nights, 4 days with my little nephews, the kids of my sister. And one of them is 3 months old and the other one is 3 years old. So it's quite a lot. I went to my parents' place and I went there and I thought, okay, I go there for some rest because my parents are living in a very rural place in the Netherlands. And I thought, let's recharge a bit because I'm living in Antwerp and the city can be very loud sometimes. So I went there and I arrived, and then I think I was there for 1 hour. And then my mom told me, okay, your sister just called and the kids are coming here because she has an emergency. So yeah, that was the situation. The kids were there for 3 nights. And I thought, okay, this is much fun. Let's rest another time because I love my nephews and they are so cute and I love spending time with them. But at the same time, of course, this costs so much energy. And yeah, I felt pretty exhausted after spending all those days with them. I try to have some breaks in between, but it's very hard because the house is very noisy. You can hear people talking downstairs because the house is very old, and I hear my nephews all the time. So we were very lucky because my youngest nephew, his name is Maarten, and he is very quiet, very sweet. He is sleeping a lot. He's eating well. He's not crying. So most of the time, I took care of him, which was the easiest one. And of course, my parents were there together. But there was another emergency with my grandpa, and my dad has to go to my grandpa and spend 2 nights at my grandpa's place. So I was with my mom alone and the two kids. So I had to help a lot, which I loved, of course, and I was happy that I could help them. So there was a lot going on at the same time. My grandpa is doing better, by the way, so we are happy to hear about that. And right now, I'm recording this while I'm back in Antwerp, and my nephews are back with my sister. But I just want to tell you more about how I dealt with this and about the fact that I am thinking about having kids myself. But I'm not sure about that yet because those 3 days were quite a lot. It's just, no, I just always thought, okay, you just let them sleep and play a bit with them during the day. But the oldest one is not sleeping during the day anymore because he's already 3 years old and he's not napping anymore. So you don't have a break in between. It's going on like the whole day. And he is quite loud and very active kid. So he wants to run and play and yell all the time, which is very exhausting. And the first night he didn't want to sleep. So normally he goes to bed around 8:30. This time he was just awake until 12:30 in the night. So both my mom and I were awake, and of course he woke up early, so we had a very short night. And then at 7 a.m., my other nephew just woke up. So it was just a lot. But at the same time, I loved that I could experience it, that I could just see how it really is not to spend only like a few hours a day with them, but full days, like 4 days. And I just realized that I am not ready to have kids myself. I'm almost 32. In September next month, I am turning 32. And this is quite a topic that I think about a lot because, of course, I'm getting older. And yeah, as a woman, you feel like there is some, yeah, you don't have the time of the world to get kids, right? So this is something that I'm thinking of and also talking about with my boyfriend. But at the same time, I live in Antwerp right now in an apartment. And if we want to have kids, of course, first I need to feel like 100% ready for it. But we only want it when we have like a bigger house with a garden or something like this. So before we have something like this, we don't start having kids. Or if we are lucky to get them, of course, you don't know how things will work out. But I am at this moment, I'm not ready. I always thought that I should have kids in the future, but at this moment, I feel like I'm totally okay with both options. I think there are some positive things about having kids, but also some positive things about not having kids. So I see both ways are totally okay. So if I have them, I think it would be very exhausting, but also very rewarding. Like very, yeah. It would be something that you, yeah, it's something that I really want to experience in my life. I That's what I think. But also, when I don't have kids, there are so many other options which we can do. We can go traveling, see more of the world. I can take care of myself more easily, because at this moment, I think if I should have kids right now, I would be very overwhelmed all the time. And I don't want that for myself, but also not for my kids. If I want to have kids, I want to be a fun mom, a calm mom, not a mom that it's always feeling overwhelmed. And yeah, I think that's just not the way that I want to do the, yeah, to grow my kids. And yeah, I think it's just a hard decision. And I shared something about this on Instagram, and many people responded or sent me a message that they are in the same situation, that they are thinking about kids, but that they don't know if they can handle it either. And yeah, I believe that things are just happening the way they should happen. And if you feel like you're not ready for it now, please don't do it. I think that's yeah, it's so important to follow your feeling. But yeah, it's just important to create a situation where you feel you are ready for it. Like if to is your home okay, are your finances okay, because you don't want to get more stress and yeah, I think also a support system is very, yeah, helpful. So if you have maybe some people around you who can take care of your kids some days, so you have a break. If you have a lovely partner who can support as much as he or she can, things like this are very important. But for me, I really don't know if I want to have kids. I think maybe in the future, but not within now and a year. That's way too soon because I'm still working on myself and I'm still working on this community, which is my little baby right now. And yeah, I think that's enough for now. But I don't know what the future will bring. And I just think, okay, it's so helpful for me or to think about, okay, I'm okay with both ways. Let's see what will happen. And yeah, I don't want to force things. I don't even know if we can get kids. If you decide I want to have kids, it's still an option that yeah, that you don't get them. So yeah, I think we will see what will happen. And for everyone who is listening and who are in the same situation, just listen to what you're feeling, your gut feeling. If you aren't feeling ready, I should wait for a bit, and see, yeah, what will happen. And if you decide to not have kids because of the concussion, um, I you can take a look at it both ways. You can see like, oh, it's the concussion fault that I don't have kids. Yeah, it's taking me away everything, but I try to choose the positive side and to see, okay, if I don't get kids because I sustained a concussion and it's too much for me, then I think life has another plan for me. And you know how much what will cross my path in the future. And yeah, I try to see it as an open plan, open thing. So I hope you can look at it like this as well. So yeah, the 3 or 4 days with my nephews were a lot, and I just realized that I am not ready to have kids yet, and I think that's totally okay. And I think we don't need to rush things like this. And yeah, of course, I am. Yeah, I'm almost 32, so I still have some time. That's what I feel. But some people are telling me, oh, you already turned 30, so you don't have that much time anymore. But if I know people that get kids when they are 35 or 36 or even 37 or 39, so still feel I have plenty of time and I don't need to make a decision right now. So I hope you don't feel rushed as well, and that you can see it as a positive thing, that you just, yeah, just let's see what will happen, and be okay with that. So yeah, that was my experience with my nephews. And I was just very happy that they that they left on Saturday, um, and that I had like one more day at my parents' place to rest a little bit. But I love them so much. But yeah, of course, it's quite a lot, and I think everyone who has children and is listening to this, they know that it's a lot. Especially the sleepless nights, they are breaking me up. Um, so that was the thing that was the hardest. And during the day I just switched with my mom. So for example, she had the kids for like 2 hours, and then I had them for an hour, and then I took a break again. I went I took a bath. So I think it's very important that you take your breaks. But of course, I'm not a parent, and I, yeah, I think all parents who are listening to this, they know that it's not that easy, and that things are not always go like they want to go, or that they have sleepless nights too. It's just very hard, and everything is unpredictable. You don't know what the day will bring. Um, yeah, that makes it very hard while you're dealing with a concussion. So I can't even imagine how people are doing this. So for all parents who are listening to this, I am very proud of you. And if you have any tips on how you do this, feel free to send me a message on Instagram. Maybe I will learn from it, and maybe I can share the information again in another podcast, so it helps others as well. So yeah, that's it for now. And if you want to share your opinion, if you don't have kids and you're struggling with the same thing, you can always let me know and we can talk about it. And yeah, I hope everyone is having a good day today. Bye.